now I should say that expect to-do list item and I type to be a li tag and then 2 paragraph tags. Let me just use the trim method here so that I don't have to like worry about the extra spaces. Okay. So yeah, no, I should not use here. I should use here. Expect to do a trim to be this one. Okay, fine. So I have to make sure that lorem ipsum is being stored inside 1 paragraph tag and dollar, one second, dollar it inside my another tag. Okay, so let me test it. I don't think this would pass, but if it passes, then it's good because it would create some spacing issues, I think. Why am I getting again and again? Oh, that's because it is getting automatically imported. Got it, got it. That expect function is getting automatically imported. I have to save it, run it. One second. Yeah, can you see this? You are expecting this one, but you are receiving some spaces. So one thing you can do is you can literally come here, and this is something you cannot handle it. So you can add, for now, you can keep everything like this and then check whether if it is working, right? So now I'll save it and I'll run it. Again, it fails. It's because I have an extra p tag. Okay, fine. So let me come here and then delete that extra p tag. Now can you understand how convenient testing is? Yeah, this is such a stupider. Yeah, but the power of testing is this, guys. Whatever you can't see in your naked eye is something your computer will figure it out. So let me save it. And it passes. It should create a HTML element and string. Super. So these are all the tests. Unit tests, integration test is yet remaining because I need to create an entire to-do within a method. All right. So what I'll do is I'll call this create to do method itself inside my util object because I'm going to do this particular create to do as a integration test. Now, can you understand the difference between unit test and integration test? Unit test is the smallest functionality you could ever imagine inside your application, which is nothing but one of these methods, constructing a to do, constructing an element, etc., etc. Now, integration test is batching up all these thingies and then returning some huge functionality. Okay, got it? Everyone, are you still with me? Okay, fine. So what I'll do is I'll just create, I'll return this to-do list item. All right. And then export this function. I'll come here, then say create to do. So no, I don't have to construct to do anymore. I just have to call the create to do. That's it. And here, let me come and paste this. And as you can see, I'm constructing a to do, I'm constructing an element, and then finally I'm returning the to do list item. So what I'll do is I'll just come here and just say create to do as well, and then come back to my app.spec.js, and one final test can be done, which is create a to do. Right? So what I'll do is I will literally call my create to do function, checking that if all the things are orchestrating in a right manner, and then finally expect the same output of whatever I have been expecting. You are making it double sure. You are making sure that your unit tests are also passing, and if they combine together, you are also checking that the combination is also working correctly. That is the point of integration testing. Okay. If you want, you can even describe it as a separate group. You can say describe of unit tests, and then have a callback, and then to keep all these things. inside here. And then once again, you can have another group called describe of integration tests, and then it accepts a callback, and then it accepts the test function. All right. So now I will have a curly braces here, and then put a comma here so that error goes away. Created to do. All right. So let me have const to do list item. Again, I am literally pacing my speed to a higher level. I did not have any error handling here, guys. And that is the biggest advantage of testing itself. If any of these is not working, like let's say if I'm having undefined being returned here, how would I ever pass that undefined object here? Did anyone of you imagine that? I told that if I have a construct to do having an empty of title and body, I'll be getting a value of undefined here. So if I'm getting an undefined value, I cannot pass that value inside here, right? People, are you understanding what I'm trying to say? So that is the biggest advantage of integration testing. As an individual test, these two guys are passing. Like they are doing whatever I have told. But if I combine them together, what will happen is where I will have my integration testing. Again, you can just have your own time creating interesting tests. I'm just pacing it up to just cover the curriculum. All right. But you get my point, right? All you have to do is just come here and do the needful. If it is undefined, you have to alert the user by saying, please enter something or something like that. Only if you are having valid values, you should proceed further. So you have to make sure that is happening. Okay? You can either return null or you can either return something. The sky is the limit. Like I literally do it here. If there is no to do, you can literally return null. All right. So yeah. Okay, fine. So let me continue. Let me come back here. Const to-do list item should be create to-do. All right. So the to-do will accept just two things. One, to-do one, and then body one. Now I do not even care anything about the happenings that are doing inside. I'm just thinking that this should either return to-do list item as a string or it should return null. All right. So I'll just say expect. Let me cancel them. Actually, the reason why it is getting auto imported because it is thinking that there is a method called expect in one of my folders, which is obviously true. That is why it is importing that version of expect. If I delete that, the auto import recommendation will go off. So yeah, expect to-do list item to be, let me just copy this, or you can literally say not to be null. That is also completely valid because if you could remember, you can also put a not operator and then you can say not to be null. If you're not completely considering the exact value checking, if you're not like, okay, I don't want to check the entire value. I just want to make sure that it is a not nullable value. Okay. It's totally up to you guys. So let me save it and let me save everything else. And let me try to run this one, the checking file. And I do have the to-dos. Oh yeah, I need to pass the to-dos array as well. So as you can see, immediately these things are the reason why I love testing a lot. Let me come back and show you. I never pass the to-dos array at all. So I need to pass that array as well. Actually, I don't have to do that. I can literally return I can do the pushing thing inside my app.js because that is where it could be relevant. Again, it's completely up to you. The design architecture is completely up to you. All right, so let me come back here and let me run it once again. And as you can see, all of my tests has been passed. And this is even more understandable, right? You have all your unit tests and then you have your integration test and it is nothing but creating a to-do, all right? So it is working. But again, the reason why it is working is because I only have one test here. If I start digging up more tests, then my code is literally, how would I say, red-handed. It would be caught red-handed because I don't have any method of checking at all. I am simply assuming that I'll be getting all time a value, which is absolutely not possible, right? The users can test any way he or she wants. He or she can try to enter a nullable value. He or she can try to enter a unwanted value, or you can even try to censor some abusive words. So yeah, this is not at all exhaustive. You can try to have any number of tests you want. Okay, fine. So let me come back here and start doing the needy. Once I get the create to do function, I should try to get the object of to do's. You know what? I need to, I don't have to do this, I'll remove the to do's array itself. I'll create the to do list item alone and then inject it directly in the body. That's it. So I'll just say document dot body dot append. So not that one. Insert adjacent HTML, and then I'll say before end because I'm doing before the closing tag, and then I'll pass to list item. So it's as easy as that. Okay, so not that one. I'm sorry. It should not be body. It should be list because I'm passing it inside my list. So it's the most smallest application you would ever see. So let me come back here and come to my localhost server. Let me reload it and make sure no errors are happening. Yeah, no errors is there, and the warnings are there. So let me have title 1, body 1, and if I create it, it has object of HTML input element. If I pass the e.target.title, I should have figured it out earlier itself. Guys, what can you see here? What can you read it? What it is showing here? I'm passing the entire input element itself. I'm not passing the value of that input element. I should have seen it here. So my bad. It should be title.value and then body.value. Right? Once again, this could have been a best test for you guys. Can you understand what I just said? This could have been a best test case. Like it should only accept string values. If it is not accepting string values, then you should show some other error. Again, testing is an intuitive field. You need to test exactly what you need to test. That finding the sweet spot is something will come with experience. Okay, so let me come here and type title 2, body 2. Great, and voila, it's working. So yeah, this is done.